With every victory, Freedom Force grows in prestige and in numbers. Now the team has its sights set on yet another candidate, one who has made a name for himself by fighting crime both here and abroad.
Hey, buddy, what's the rush?
I don't much care for being spied on. Why don't you come out here where old Dwight Arrow can see you?
I come as a friend, Dwight.
And why don't you just leave as one, too?
Bullet!
What did you call me?
Must be difficult to walk so slowly when you know you can move so fast.
You want to make something of it, stranger?
No, Bullet. We just want you on the team. Here's how to reach us. And be quick about it, Bullet.
Well, I'll be.
Oh, Minuteman, you and your speed-related puns. Welcome back, good viewer. This is the Skyrider. And we are about to do just that, in fact. Recruit Bullet. Which we can just, by the skin of our teeth, afford to do. We're left with 6 prestige, meagre, minuscule, nothing 6 prestige, but in my opinion it's worth it, because Bullet is an incredibly good character, in my opinion, as we will demonstrate shortly. So, let us level up our heroes. El Diablo leveled up. We're just going to Fire It Up, a defensive power, providing Diablo with a some much needed defense. Liberty Lad next. Now, Liberty Lad is in a bit of a weird situation because his next 2 powers on both ladders, Energy Grenade and Flip Kick, both cost over 1,000 prestige. So we're going to have to level him up twice in order to do that. So instead what we're going to do is we're just going to pump up his abilities here. Next, it was Man of War. Obviously we're leaving till he levels up next. Minuteman, yes, and we'll put some points into Vanquish so that next level we can buy his last ability, Patriot Whirl, giving him ever more ways to whack people with. So that's all of our heroes. And onwards.
This robot you fought appears very advanced. One can surmise it must be from some future time.
Whoa, that's neat!
To the contrary, I find it rather unsettling. I've used my advanced knowledge to modify its behavioral circuits.
So now he's gonna behave like a gentleman?
Something to that effect.
Your base is primitive, yet functional.
Hey, who you calling primitive?
Quiet down, Diablo. We're getting some reports in.
By the goddess!
Ha! You fools! I'll teach you to put your trust in a bunch of costumed phonies!
Talk about separated at birth.
Somebody is ripping off your act!
There are Energy X blips appearing all over the city! Come on, team! It's time to unmask this impersonator! Well, lad, what are you waiting for?
Who, me?
Well, you are part of the team, aren't you? All right! For freedom!
For freedom. I always like how in this game, how they just dismiss any sort of relevant plot points by using Mentor's knowledge or the fact that he's an alien to explain away anything. So he's used his advanced knowledge to modify his behavioural circuits. He's a telepath, so he can keep people in touch. I can't remember others off the top of my head. They just often seem to use him like that. But there you go. So, we will take along Bullet, and the other hero we'll take along is El Diablo, I think, for reasons that will become apparent. Now, I like how Microwave still seems to wear skin-tight underwear when he's got nothing to cover up, and how he looks remarkably human, even though he's a robot designed to hunt humans, Terminator style. But still, he looks pretty cool anyway, so we can forgive him that. Yeah, so all of these random points aside, including the point how Microwave seemed to get up off the table, walk all the way around in this sort of direction, and then come into the shot when he first spoke during that last cutscene. But all this irrelevance aside, let us enter the fray.
You okay, boss?
I don't much like copycats. Perhaps these gentlemen will be kind enough to offer us some information.
Okay, now this mission, ladies and gentlemen, will demonstrate why I love Bullet.
Run, boys!
You watching?
Bullet, ready for duty.
Zoom. Blink and you'll miss him. He's called Bullet for a reason.
I'm itching for a tussle.
You can...
Catch me if you can.
Bullet is just ridiculously... Well, obviously, as his name suggests, he is the fastest character in the game. He has the highest speed stat of anything. Because, you know, you can still hit buildings well enough, Minuteman, even after all this time.
I'll make it quick.
And he may not, you know, he may not be doing a lot of damage here, but...
So, Jimmy, what are you gonna do with all the loot from this haul?
Jimmy? I thought you were Jimmy.
Jeepers! These thugs seem stronger than any we've faced before.
I sense the workings of Energy X here.
Which does present the question of how you knew that simply by fighting them for 3 seconds, but I'm Clark Kenting again.
Ready to serve.
Fire. Shot Diablo. But,
See, amigo?
you can tell, good viewer, that these thugs are tougher, because of course, as you can see there, tough bat thug. Not thug with bat, but tough bat thug. Sounds like some sort of minion that Bruce Wayne would keep.
Liberty Lab, ready.
Robin, deploy the bat thugs. But yes, Bullet is obviously incredibly good because he can move so quickly, he can just...
Get ready! Time to make mincemeat of Freedom Force!
He can move out of the way of any kind of attack with incredible ease. He can, you know, hit and run. Obviously, is the call of the day for Bullet, and you can order your heroes to fire their attacks like that, and he can get out of the way with ridiculous speed.
Catch me if you can. I'll make it quick.
Of course, order him to attack. Unfortunately, these minions are very agile, but there, look, see, that's 2 13-point punches in the space of, you know, probably about a second or a second and a half.
I had it coming to you. Here comes a bitch.
See, absolutely ridiculous. It's why I think that Bullet is absolutely brilliant.
I'm itching for a tussle.
You have to, now admittedly, you have to have a lot of prestige if you hope to gain him, as I did right after that cutscene plays, and normally, I must admit, it's probably because I've been playing this game... No, we don't want Liberty Lad to go down. Probably because I've been playing this game for so many years, is that, you know, I know all the secrets of getting all the prestige points and etc. So, as I pointed out, oh, and that's why I love Diablo and blowing stuff up with him. There's one thing he's good for, it's that. But yes, we only just got that by the skin of my teeth. So,
Minuteman, boy, am I glad you're here. Time to bust up that jewelry store.
You've mistaken the genuine article for the cheap imitation, hoodlum.
Ah, Christ! It's the wrong one!
that it is, mate. That it is.
It's hopeless.
See there, look, they're facing this way and they had to shoot that direction to compensate for Bullet's movement. It's brilliant.
Fast enough for you? Bullet here.
Of course, he's not invulnerable, and Bullet's main problem is that he has rapid metabolism, which means that
Itching for a tussle.
he's defenseless against acid and radiation.
Bullet here.
So obviously, flesh characters are vulnerable to acid and radiation, and that vulnerability is
Cleaned
amplified.
up all those ruffians. Good work. And now to return this pilfered loot.
So, grab the experience canister. I'm going to do it for Bullet, because he's our newest hero, and because I suspect I'll be using him in later missions. I was saying something, and I can't remember what it was. I've done this too many times in this LP for my liking. It was something about bullets. Yes, that was it. Yes, that was it. Because obviously, you know, resistances and vulnerabilities have 5 stages. There's defenseless, vulnerable, normal, resistant, and highly resistant, and Bullet is defenseless against acid and radiation, so that's really something to be very, very conscious of.
Ready.
Don't get him anywhere near acid or radiation. Best to avoid it wherever you can.
Here's the last of the stolen loot.
Drop that right there! Your crime spree is over, Minuteman. You've been busted red-handed.
Why, what are you talking about? I'm innocent!
Hey, that's a new one. Hands up, you costumed convict.
Minuteman, you can't go with them.
I must. If we are above the law, lad, what right do we have to fight crime? It's the only way, son.
All right. Tell it to the judge.
Oh, Minuteman, where are you?
Minuteman got pinched for bank robbery. The whole world's gone bonkers.
That's funny, 'cause right now I'm watching Tall, Blue, and Handsome hold up a jewelry store.
Jeepers! It looks like the only way to clear Minuteman is to capture that cheap imitation.
I do like that about Minuteman, his noble character, that he does, abide by the law, because as the age-old question goes, who watches the Watchmen? And now I've got Saturday Morning Watchmen stuck in my head. If you haven't seen that video and you are a fan of Watchmen, then type in YouTube Saturday Morning Watchmen and watch it. Because it's just so incongruous as to be hilarious. It's almost like that's what they're trying to do to make it funny. I ramble yet again. On to the next part of the mission.